Well, Chris, congratulations on the win. Another highlight for the reel. How good did it feel to come back and get back in the win column?
Yeah, man, it feels great. Sometimes you got to have a setback in order to have a big comeback like that. So it feels good to right that loss that I took. Obviously, Nurmagomedov's the champ right now, so we know where he stands. I think I'm right there at the top of the pecking order. So, I'm one more fight, and I plan on being right there. I'm going to stay ready, wait for that phone call. I never wish injuries on anybody, but if anybody gets hurt during this tournament, I want to make sure that I'm available to slide right in.
No doubt. And I guess coming into this fight, what was your mindset? Because obviously everybody knows your wrestling pedigree. It was something that was Max's strong suit in a lot of his fights as well. Did you expect him to try to grapple with you as much as he did? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of his fights, he's predominantly stuck to his grappling. I definitely thought that was going to be something he would try to utilize, especially with me, I guess, kind of technically being more of a Greco-Roman guy. I was expecting him to come in and actually be a little bit more active and look for the takedowns a little bit earlier than he did. He kind of threw me off with that arm spin. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Caught me off guard a little bit. But, we scrambled out. We got to our positions, got back to our feet, which is where I intended to be this whole fight. Landed the shot and put him away.
And as a fighter, when you're coming in against somebody that plays to your bread and butter, too, does that kind of motivate you more with the matchup and everything?
Nah, man, if you're looking for extra reasons to be motivated, you're probably doing this for the wrong reasons. Like, I'm plenty motivated on a daily basis. This isn't the kind of job you got to try to find motivation. I think whenever you're getting locked in a cage with somebody whose livelihood is, dependent on whooping your ass, like that should be plenty motivation in itself.
You mentioned coming out of your last fight was the loss to Usman, who, now is the champion. So for you, I mean, is there any sort of, does it sting any less that guy has the belt now? Does it give you something to work towards? Kind of what's your mindset when you see the guy that beat you is the one with the title?
Yeah, my mindset doesn't change. My goal is to be the champion. I've never taken the easy path, anything. I've always had to overcome some obstacles along my way to greatness. That's no different here in MMA. Usman's a hell of a fighter. He caught me early in that fight. Not to take anything away from him. He's a dog, like I said. I'm sure I'll be seeing him down the road. So. And
you mentioned earlier, but alternate, you would like to be one of those guys on the short list?
Yeah, man. As soon as they came out with that tournament, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little pissed that I wasn't in it. But at the same time, I couldn't really be mad that they chose the guys that they did, because all of those guys were deserving in their own right. So I think had there been, a couple more athletes in the tournament, I definitely would have been chosen. But that wasn't the case, so now I can just do what I can do, which is take care of the people that they do put in front of me like I did tonight, and stay ready for when that phone call comes.
Great. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Chris, over here in the back. Congratulations on the victory. Can we talk a little bit about your post-fight style? Obviously repping Kobe in L.A. You got some kicks to match that we can't see on camera.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how much you planned this.
You know what? I didn't really plan it that much. My whole life revolves around sports, whether it's fighting, whether it's wrestling, basketball, football. I'm always, watching the greats and what they do and how they do it in their respective sports. And, I just try to adopt that Mamba mentality. So being in L.A., I was just kind of going through my luggage and seeing what I brought with me. And I was like, man, it's only right that I rock with Kobe tonight. So I'm glad I got to bring home the victory and rock his T-shirt tonight.
Can you put into words that feeling? I believe you're the first finish of the night tonight and really popped this one off in the forum. Just what was that like to get that one and feel that from the crowd?
Yeah, man, it's a great feeling to come in there and put on a show for everybody who comes out here and supports us. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do and make the living that we get to make. So I'm super fortunate and grateful to have this opportunity and to put on a good performance for everybody who showed up tonight.
Hey, Chris. K. Williams for Can Chronicles Media. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Appreciate you, bro.
In terms of difficult fights, where would you rank this fight thus far in your career?
I don't know. I can't really say I rank it anywhere. I haven't given it too much thought. I was warming up for quite a bit in the back there. I was ready to go for about an hour and a half. And I was expecting some of those earlier fights to finish a little bit quicker than they did. So I think I came out a little bit flat in the first, or not even flat, just a little too patient, if anything. My coach said that he probably got the first round just off of just lack of activity on my part. So I made sure that in the second round, I went out there and just made it a little bit more of a dogfight.
Absolutely. And how impactful was your corners tonight in tonight's win?
Man, super impactful. Anytime you can come up here and travel with a great like Uriah Faber, have somebody as experienced as Fabio Prado, and have a best friend like I had and my boy Alex Abels out there, it means everything to me to have those guys in my corner.
And moving forward, as you continue to thrive in the sport of MMA, what can the supporters of your brand and just Chris in general, what can they expect moving forward?
Yeah, man, they can just expect somebody who's going to come in there, he's going to be game, and he's going to give it his all every night. I don't come in here to, just play pity pat. I'm trying to get better every fight, every day. Trying to close those gaps to ensure that, whether I step in there with, somebody at the top of the division, in the middle of the division, southpaw, orthodox, grappler, striker, I'm ready in every opportunity and scenario.
Thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it, guys.
Hey, Chris, congrats on the win tonight. Awesome finish. What do you have to say for all your fans out there and the people who support you most?
Man, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I couldn't do it without you guys. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all my friends, family, and supporters. You guys give us this platform to do what we do, and I'm just super grateful.
Thank you, Chris. Congrats again.
So when you hit him on the top of the head, and there's a couple areas where people's equilibrium could be off the top of the head and kind of like the side temple. When you hit him, did you know that you had him kind of rocked and in that state, the equilibrium off state? Because when you went down, his left arm kind of went out limp.
Yeah, so I wasn't paying. Once I hopped on him, at that point, I was already going for the kill. I knew when I hit him with the right hand, I saw him do the stinky leg a little bit. And, so I was like, this is my moment to capitalize. I didn't want to let him, catch his bearings and, turn it back into a fight. So I just wanted to make sure that I put him away when I had the chance to do so.
Because the commentators were saying that they didn't know if it was leg that was hurt, but it didn't look like it was leg at all. When you were in the cage, did you think he wasn't out and maybe it was something else other than him being rocked?
No, it 100% was his. It was the right hand that landed. I hit him. I landed it. In the heat of the moment, you're not really too sure how clean the shot lands. Adrenaline's going and things like that. But I knew when I hit him and I looked at him, like I said, I saw his leg kind of, do a little bit of a salsa dance. So I knew he was kind of on ice skates, and that was my opportunity to put him away.
And last question, a lot of fighters, when they get someone hurt, sometimes they like to jump on them and use their grappling or jiu-jitsu. And you went in there to just finish with punches. What goes into your head when it's, do I finish by submission or do I try to get the TKO?
Well, I knew he was wobbled. I knew if I would have started grappling with him, that might have given him a couple moments to just recover and, like I said, get his bearings back. So I just wanted to keep putting the hands on him. Clearly, I got enough power in my hands, to get the job done. So I just kept doing what I did to get there, and the ref came in and broke it up.
All right, appreciate your time.
Right here. So what was training camp like leading up to the fight?
Training camp's hard, man. I was actually scheduled to fight a couple of months before this. I had a little bit of an injury, and I had to withdraw from that fight. But I was still training around the injury. So it was a long camp. It was a hard camp. I do a lot of traveling to get, the right training that I need to get in. I'm driving down to Combat Sports Academy down in Dublin. That's, 108 miles one way. I'm doing that twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week when we got our Coach Mao out there. So it's a grind, man. It's a grind.
So going into a fight with a lingering injury, how does that affect your strategy?
It doesn't. I don't think I've ever gone into a fight 100% healthy. And it's not about me. I don't think any fighter who goes through a hard, rigorous training camp goes into a fight without something bothering him or her. So it's just what we do. You adapt. You try to make the most of it. You try to take care of the injuries throughout the camp, and then when you go out there, you got 15 minutes, and you just let your training take over.
I know a victory feels good, but how does a victory feel when you get to finish? Does it give you extra energy?
Yeah, man, I feel like a fucking monster, just like this monster can right here, baby. Let's go.
Thank you.